Hello, and welcome to ENC 1101 Fully Online Mini-Term. In this welcome video, we're going to outline some tips for you in terms of how to use Canvas to succeed in your class, go over some elements of an online writing class, and give you some suggestions for what to do to get the most out of your semester. So one of the questions that you might have is, what does it mean to take ENC 1101 fully online? Well, one of the great things about taking online classes is the flexibility that they provide for you. Unlike a face-to-face class where you have to be in the classroom at a specific time, in a specific day, you have the flexibility in an online class to do your work where and when you want. However, related to that increased flexibility, you do have to pay attention to the workload. All of the interactions for the course generally exist as assignments, whereas in a face-to-face class, some of those assignments would be translated into in-class discussions or conversations with your teacher. So, are online classes easier than face-to-face classes? No. Are they necessarily harder? Not at all. They just present different challenges. So when you have more flexibility in your online class, be aware that that comes with increased responsibility for managing the workload. So since you're watching this video, you already know that Canvas is going to be the online platform that you use to navigate your online class. So there are some ways that you can use Canvas to help you succeed. First, pay attention to the 3 weekly due dates that you have for this class. You will have material due for this class on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So if you have your calendars nearby or an agenda handy, I recommend that you just go ahead and write in Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, ENC 1101 something due. Since this is a mini term and you only have 8 weeks for the whole semester, we're definitely going to feel a little bit of pressure in terms of the pacing. So you want to make sure that you're managing your time and your workload accordingly. This is a fast-paced class, but if you stay on track with your due dates and your feedback, you will definitely get the most that you can out of this class. So related to paying attention to the 3 weekly due dates, you also need to pay attention to assignment availability. Not all of the assignments for this class will be available the whole semester. Pacing and structure are very important to online writing classes. So an assignment will probably open, especially small assignments, will have an assignment window of usually around 48 hours. So an assignment will open, you complete the assignment, your instructor will give you feedback, and then you'll move on to the next assignment. Especially because we have discussions in this class, it's really important that you're submitting your work around the same time as everybody else so that we can really create a class community around the work that you do. So do pay attention to when assignments open and when they close. Another thing that can help you use Canvas to succeed is knowing how to navigate through the course. Modules is how we will navigate through this course. So I know it can be really tempting if you look on your left-hand side. You might see links like quizzes or assignments, etc. to click those to see your assignments, but clicking those links are not going to help you understand the course as well as you could if you are navigating the course and finding your assignments through modules. So the modules is where it's at in terms of our course. Your instructor designed this course using the modules. All of the content, assignment instructions, submissions, everything is going to be handled in the modules in order. Another really good tool to use and think about using is the calendar. So the calendar is great because it's a visual representation of when assignments are due. And so you can use the calendar to help you keep organized. But you shouldn't only be using the calendar for this class because the calendar only includes content that has a due date. Right? So sometimes there may be a video or assignment instructions that do not have a due date affiliated with it. And so if you're only navigating through the calendar, you will miss important information. So modules, modules, modules. Navigate your course through modules. Something else that you want to pay attention to are the assignments. So anytime your instructor needs to communicate with the entire class, maybe there are changes to the course, maybe there is a question that multiple students had that the instructor is going to address at the class level, most of those will all be handled through the announcements. So make sure that you're checking your announcements at least once every 48 hours so that you're keeping up with information in the course. The assignments are considered course content, so it's your responsibility to be aware of information that's conveyed through the announcements. But of course, if you need to communicate directly with your instructor, or if your instructor needs to communicate directly with you, then probably they will use the inbox or email feature. So remember that you can always email or inbox your instructor through Canvas with any questions that you have. If you want to talk about something that you're really interested in, your instructor is there for you. So make sure that you're paying attention to your weekly due dates, assignment availability, navigating your course through modules, reading your announcements regularly, and of course, always communicating with your instructor. An online writing class, how does that work? So you may have taken online classes before, you may have taken writing classes before, but how do you get the most out of an online writing class specifically? The first major suggestion that we have for you is to revise your work. It can be really tempting, especially if you're working through your mobile device and you're just like typing a quick paragraph because it's a short brainstorming assignment, to just type up your work and submit it without rereading. You really don't want to do that. When you revise your work, even if it's still in the process stage, and submit the best that you have at that moment, your feedback is going to be significantly more meaningful to you. Right? So if you're submitting work that's not your best work and you're receiving feedback on it, that feedback is not going to resonate in ways that it could if you're submitting your best work. So do remember, even if you're in the drafting and writing and brainstorming phase, always revise your work so that you're submitting the best that you can at that moment. Obviously, related to that is read your feedback. From small assignments to drafts to major final projects, your instructor is going to give you feedback along the way. So you're not going to get the most out of this class that you can if you're not consistently reading your feedback. So please, please, please make sure that you read your feedback on a regular basis so that you can improve as a writer. If you're consistently revising your work based on the feedback you receive, I guarantee you will be a better writer when you end this class. Related to reading your feedback from your instructor is staying engaged with your peers. This is not a class between you and the instructor. This is a class of your peers. And very often you'll have discussion boards where you have to reply to your peers and read their ideas and learn from them. So do make sure that you're really engaging with your peers through Canvas or through group chats, whatever is going to make your experience in this class feel more like a class community. So make sure that you use your peers as a resource so that you stay connected and you get the most that you can out of this course. And again, just always remember that you can reach out to your instructor if you ever have questions about the content of the course. Your instructor cares that you succeed. We care about you as a person at FIU in our Writing and Rhetoric program. So if you ever have questions or concerns, please do not hesitate. Reach out to your instructor. But if you have questions about technical support, so stuff that's not really content of the class, but like let's say you're having an issue submitting a particular assignment or your technology is glitching, your instructor can't really help you navigate those kinds of technical issues. So remember, in an online class at FIU, for technical support, you really want to go to Canvas and or FIU Online. So if you have a question about content, go to your instructor. If you have a technical question, make sure that you're using Canvas and FIU Online. So we're really excited to start this semester with you. We hope that this welcome video was informative and useful for you to get you oriented in terms of how to be successful for this class. We look forward to a great semester, and go Panthers!